Welcome everyone, it's day 18, and yeah, three things have changed regarding this current standings board that I have. The first thing is that I've made it slightly prettier. You can see I added some color to it, so yeah, baby steps with that. I plan to make it even better, but we'll start with this. I think that looks pretty good. The second thing is that up until this point, I had set my boost hour average at 18. Now, because I realize that I have been putting most of my time into, well, I mean, not most of my time, but like most of my boosting time, most of my waking hours as well into boosting. A closer and better average seems to be 22. So the monthly residual is quite a bit higher because of that, sitting at about $1.66. But the other major thing as well is yes, I actually completed the Raid Shadow Legends offer. And I'm going to talk about how I did that so that if you want to try to do it on Coin or Swagbucks or anywhere else, I will show you how it's done. So to recap, to get this 190,277 coin, and this was a Valentine's Day special. I think it's usually like 160,000, maybe 150,000. Anyway, to get that, I had to do four things. The first thing was complete the tutorial for 1,187 coin. The second thing was to make any purchase for an additional reward, this being optional at 258 coin. Then, the major problem was opening 2 sacred orange shards in 15 days for 88,000 coin, and then opening 4 in 21 days for 100,800 coin, for a total of 190,277. Now, in order to do this, opening a sacred shard was a lot more difficult than you might think. Now, it has taken me about 10 days to do it. I could have done it in 7 had I known what to do from the very beginning, but hindsight being 2020, whatever, I've managed to get it in time, and I'm going to show you exactly how I did it. So this is going to be one of the only times you'll ever see this game on this channel, and the only reason I'm doing so is so that if people just want a high-level view of how to get this, because yes, it is a lot of money depending on where you go. It's going to get you anywhere between, I think, $50 to $100 worth of whatever money that you're getting on the side. And honestly, for 9-10 days of gaming, that's actually a pretty good deal, especially considering that games like Misplay and all that kind of give you maybe $3 to $5 a day if you're just playing constantly. So yeah, to say that this would get you that much money, especially on the side, that is pretty good beer money, and that is the point of this channel. Alright, so the first thing that I did in order to get the number of orange shards that I did, well, I bought my first 2 for $15. So if you get a deal like that, that deal is, in my opinion, especially with M-Turk kind of running on the background as well, getting me a lot of money, that was actually a pretty good deal for me. I would not go to the shop and like buy anything that's like 1 sacred shard for $30. Like, my entire point was trying to get as many sacred shards as possible for cheap. So that 2 for 15 was probably the only deal that I was willing to get. With 82 bucks on the line, like 82 minus 15, that's still like over about a $65, $67 profit. Now, another way to get there is, hang on for a moment, there you go, is to go to the progression rewards, and if you hit level 60, then you will also get a sacred shard as well. Now, this was going to take forever. As you can see, I finished it at level 41 after 10 days, so that was going to take a while. Another way is, and this is probably the most recommended way, is to do things with missions and campaign. So if you go to missions, then you will see that there is a sacred shard after you finished 151 missions, so 2 parts, and then there's another one on part 5. Now, these 2 are probably the best and easiest way to get the 2 of the sacred shards that you're looking for, at least in my opinion. This one, I know it looks like that, I honestly could have easily gone through and gotten this shard at the very least had I started the missions in the beginning, but again, hindsight 2020. A lot of these are actually a lot easier than it looks, trust me on that one. It's just that I happen to do them already, and it becomes a lot harder to do them if you do them without the mission in tow. So that's just another thing to think about there. You can see here. Look, I understand a lot of people think that this game's kind of a cash grab, but there are ways to do it with free play, and the way that I was going to show with free play was basically use the 2 sacred shards with missions, and then if you go to battle and you go to campaign, there's 4 different levels in the campaign, so you just go through normal, 100% it, and the way that you 100% it is, if I just go to one of these, is just go to like 2 or fewer. You have to finish with 2 or fewer champions, and neither one of them is allowed to die. And then once you've gone through 100% on normal, then you're going to do 100% on hard, and there you see a sacred shard at the very end once you 100% that, and then do it again on brutal. Now, this is the easiest way to get the first 2 shards, in my opinion, outside of that second part of the mission. So this was really easy in that all you really had to do was like rank up one of your, oh my god, is rank up one of your champion, basically your starter champion, and this is the one that I recommend, all the way up to a 6-star. And you do that, they start off at 3-star, and from 3-star, you have to level them up to 30, and then you got to rank them up by sacrificing 3 of these 3 stars, like these 3, for example, to get it to 40. I'm sorry, 4 stars. Then you rank them up to 40, and then you got to get 4 of the 4 stars, and then you get a 5-star. Then you will have to level up to level 50 and get 5 stars to turn it into a 6-star. It's quite a bit of work. It takes a few days, but thankfully I did have a tool that helped me out. If you look up Raid Shadow Legends Helper or RSL Helper, that is a lifesaver in helping getting you to this point. Now, her alone, alongside the right armor, in this case, I was given the advice of moving her to lifesteal armor, got me to hard and finishing 100% on hard, and then I was needing a second person for support. I kind of lucked out with this one when I got one of the sacred shards, and getting them also to a 6-star and at least very close to level 60, and that also landed me with that with 100% on brutal. So that's how I got the 2 orange shards, and then you get the 2, and that's how you get the 88,000 one. For the 100,000 one, I would recommend like getting one of these or these 2 up to the 5th part, and then just pay, or you could just pay $15 when that 2 for 15 comes out. Like I said, if you want more information, there are plenty of other sites out there that will show you how to, there's a lot of streamers, there's a huge community around Raid Shadow Legends. Just get involved with it before you start doing this and figure out the best way to get there. But yeah, definitely 6-star. You got a 6-star at least 2. 1 your champion, your starter, and 1 for support. And then basically just run through everything. And like I said, I'm giving a very high level view of this situation. If you really want more detail, then just go to any video. Just search it on YouTube. Raid Shadow Legends, 2 sacred shards, or other ways to do it. Oh yeah, and then they also had a referral program. But the reason why I didn't mention it is because your referral had to hit level 50 to hit the orange shard. And as you can see, after about a week and a half, I was only at level 41. So yeah, good luck with that. That's probably not going to happen either. So I guess now the question is, where do I go from here? Now that I've gotten rid of that big one. And there are several options here. There's another cash grab, not quite as big, with Ebony. That's 134,000 coin. Since I still have the Plarium Play on my PC, I mean, that's how I managed to use the RSL Helper, after all. There's Mech Arena. That could be a possibility. That's 64,000. There's Animation Throwdown at 14,000. That looks pretty easy enough. I do like me some card games. There is Idle Heroes. That would be... Actually, if it's idle, then I could probably just... Oh, complete first purchase. I don't know if that means that I have to make a purchase or what. And then get a monster, 8-star, 9-star. That's a possibility, 43,000. And I have 30 days to complete that. So yeah, there's plenty of possibilities here that I could do. I might go for a few smaller ones, like the tubies that I did early on or something like that, if they have it available. Otherwise, at least for today, I'm probably going to go ahead and take a break from it because, honestly, I am worn out from the Raid Shadow Legends 1 and playing it pretty much almost all of my free time for the last 9 to 10 days. So that's going to be it for that. And I can show you the proof here. Show you here, and there you have it, 283,000 and counting. So with that, we will, that comes to the end of this video, and I will talk with you guys next time.